Ladies and gentlemen, it's back. After 100 days, we finally returned to EA Sports WRC. Yes, hello everyone, and welcome back, finally, to another Matt212 Rally video. Yes, I haven't forgot about this channel completely. It's not dead in the water. We've just obviously been very busy with some other bits and pieces, but today I thought it was finally the time to dive back in with some more EA WRC. And I'll be honest, I've kind of missed this game. I'm sure over the course of this video, I probably won't feel that way anymore, because of course, yeah, this game is still absolutely brutal when all is said and done, but some rallying content is going to be returning to the channel between now and the end of the year. Now, of course, we're not going to dive straight back in with our career mode. I'm not even going to show you our career mode, because unfortunately, I actually recorded a couple of extra videos that never made it to air, so I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with our career mode series, but maybe it'll return in the future. But today, we're going to be diving in, and we are going to be competing in the official WRC club. This time out, there is a 6-stage rally here from EA Acropolis Rally, Greece, and I believe we are in the Junior WRC Ford Fiesta Rally 3 car. I thought it was a good excuse to get back in the game. You know, obviously a bit slower. Maybe we'll survive. Maybe I'll crash out. Only time will tell. If that sounds good to you, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed to the channel as well there. But yeah, I must admit, I'm looking forward to coming back into this. To be honest, it's been a while, and I'm hoping that, yeah, we have a bit of fun with it here today. Of course, it feels quite odd, I'll be honest. I can't remember how these videos used to run on the channel, so this is going to be a bit of a trial by fire, but of course these videos were always a bit more kind of chatty as well, and I've got to give it credit. They are doing some cool stuff with the EA WRC in the future, which, you know, I kind of want to talk about in today's video as well, because as you guys might have known from watching videos on other channels, some of our other channels, I'm kind of trying to step back into more various sim racing titles than just the F1 game as well. So, yeah, I thought Rally's a good way to do that as well. I want to do a bit more content, not only on this game, but also Richard Burns Rally, and a couple of other bits and pieces that I hope you guys will find exciting as well. So taking a look then, like I said, it is a 6-stage rally. We've got an incredibly long stage to kick us off, an incredibly long stage 5, and then the others are all fairly middle distance stages, which I guess is okay. I'm not going to bother with a setup or anything like that, but I'm going to jump into the shakedown as always, because yeah, I played this game once doing the VR video we did on the main channel with the Pimax last week. And I was kind of there going, yeah, I need to come back to this game. I really do, because it is still good fun. Yeah, it's got its quirks, it's got its faults. The career mode is still occasionally a little bit broken, but, you know, it is still good fun at the end of the day as well. And, unlike some of the stuff I think they're doing with F1 24, I think they are bringing this game in the right direction as well, which is always good news. Because obviously, as we've seen, you know, we're getting a new updates, more content to the game before the end of the year that isn't just new liveries and things like that. We're actually getting proper new content as well, which would be quite nice. Obviously, getting some of the new rallies as well. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe they've kind of worked out with WRC and, you know, things like that, and hopefully we're going to see them try to turn this game not into a yearly rally title, but just the ultimate modern world rally game. You know, new locations, things like that, new cars as well, all that good stuff. But of course, yeah, time will only tell, and, you know, if we want to be there ready for that, then I guess I've got to get back into the game. First split there, that was okay. Top runs I've seen for this are over an hour long. So obviously, depending on the video length, you guys will know just how well we get on. But let's do this thing. Stage number 1. Coming up then, 25 kilometers. I don't think I've ever done the uber long stages here at Greece. So this is a trial by fire. We've still got Gary in the car with me, though, as my co-driver, which is good news. So he will guide me through. Let's get the lights out. Away we go then. Yeah, if we can make the end of this, I think I'll be quite happy. Maybe taking some time away from this game will kind of help me get back into it. I still want to feel like I remember quite a lot about a lot of the stages. Greece, though, was never one of my stronger ones. but I think I still remember parts of it. Hopefully, obviously, as we go through this one, I'll kind of find out and remember, and hopefully we won't fall off pretty quickly as well. Just like that. That was closer to peril than I ever should have been right at the start of this one, but yeah, game immediately, though, feels pretty easy to pick back up and play. Like I said, I jumped on with the Pimax in VR last week, and kind of obviously, although, yeah, that was only about a 10-minute stage and made me feel quite ill, I was like, yeah, I do need to go back on this game. I haven't given it kind of enough credit in recent times, because it is still a good rallying experience. And, you know, between this, Richard Burns, I want to do potentially some Assetto Corsa content as well, because it feels like rallying on that game has kind of seen a weird little resurgence as well. But it's not going to be daily videos like we do on some of the other channels. It's going to be sort of more of these longer videos, the challenges, things like that. Some of you might remember the video I did a couple of months ago, that I think the video was close to 2 hours long, where we dived in and did, I think it was Bio Rally Chile, with the longest stage on the game. I think we did back-to-back in like a H3. I feel like it was a Fiat, I want to say. It might have been like the Fiat 131 or something like that. I kind of want to do those kind of things a bit more, you know, the big challenges, you know, pushing kind of the limits of my sim racing skill. And also, you know, I want to do the Rally Masters on Richard Burns. I don't know when the next event is for that or anything like that, or whether I've even got the content downloaded to be able to do it already. But that kind of thing as well. But that isn't just, you know, rally-based big challenges. I want to do more on kind of various sims as well. I want to do more things, you know, more big challenges, more kind of stuff that, you know, other people might not be willing to do. At the end of the day, you know, some of those will be, you know, some of the big iRacing Enduros. You know, I had a lot of fun with the Camel GT event earlier on this year, and a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, some of it will be, you know, monster rallies, things like that. Things that might take more than one video as well. I'd also fancy streaming this game at some point. I'm not sure how well that'll work. Not sure kind of where it would even fit into my schedule, to be completely honest, but I do fancy doing that as well at some point in the near future, you know, streaming some of these bigger rallies and that kind of thing. But yeah, this one, of course, tonight I've just jumped on and recorded because my internet is still not fantastic. Maybe once I've moved out and I can just kind of stream all the time without having to worry about it, because I'll have better speeds, and hopefully we can do something like that as well. But that's a little while away, and of course still, you know, the ultimate goal for those of you that remember this channel is I'd love to get a real rally car. You know, that is still what I want to do with any kind of monetization that we earn from this channel. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. But I think we're a few years away from that, not only in terms of purely the budgetary requirements, but also the girlfriend actually allowing me to have a rally car. Because I do still bring it up to her. I do still tell her, you know, that's something I'd like at some point. You know, I think that would make some great content until I inevitably hit a tree and do serious bodily damage to myself. But that's what life's all about, I guess, kind of. Now, I'll be honest, I still don't really... Why is my handbrake on? Hey, there we go. Not too sure what that was about. Handbrake was just kind of slightly wedged on there, so I don't know whether that's just a temporary thing or whether I need to recalibrate it or what was going on with that, but that's a little bit peculiar, and hopefully it's not going to cost me too much as we go throughout this stage as well. But of course, Greece is simply about survival. Survival is key here, so if we can get to the end, then hopefully we'll get a good position. Now, annoyingly, I've missed the first couple of rounds of the season, but like I said, why is that on? Why does it keep doing that? I'm not using it at all. I'm not going anywhere near it. So just going to have to keep an eye out on that as best as possible. It's done it again. Can I recalibrate mid-rally? Is that something we can do? Well, I'm hoping a quick little calibration there will hopefully fix it. It was just clicking between like 0 and 1% there, which is a little bit peculiar. But yeah, so far, I don't think I'd recognise anything from this stage, which is not ideal. But like I said, yeah, if you can get to the end of this rally, then you're normally in a pretty good shot, to be honest. So I guess that is the goal, first and foremost, still. And all is said and done. It's still doing it. I think it's making much difference, though. Like I said, it is only seemingly going up to like 1%. Maybe I've just got a little bit of dust in it, or something like that, but hopefully. As we just rub up against the wall there. I didn't actually check when there were any services on this rally. I mean, you don't tend to use them too much. You're kind of either fine or you're dead. But, yeah, we'll wait and see. It's definitely just doing it a little bit, but it does seem to kind of come back off it again. Which is... It's really odd. I don't know what that's about. It seems to do it when we kind of slow down. But of course, yeah, I have had a couple of comments from you guys, obviously, since the last video. Kind of, you know, wishing that this channel will return. So hopefully I'm going to see you guys happy to see it back as well. Like I said, you know, I kind of feel at the moment, with the way F124's going, and I admit that it's probably a little bit odd saying all this when I'm playing another EA game that I think on the face of it to a lot of people, they might feel like it's kind of doing the same thing. Hello, cameraman. Yeah, I kind of just feel like the direction F124 is going in at the moment, things like that. I want to broaden my horizons, I want to try some different stuff out. And kind of just not shift away from that game, because of course I'm sure I will still play it. And things like that, because ultimately, you know, none of these other channels make the kind of money that means I can kind of completely abandon F1, but hopefully will kind of just allow me to do a few other different bits and pieces as well. Oh, come on. I mean, yeah, we're almost halfway through stage 1. I'm going to guess this one is going to be about I'm going to guess this stage is going to be about 20 minutes. And then kind of like the half stages are going to be, well, about 10. Simple maths would dictate. So, yeah, hopefully this rally is going to take us, you know, if we ran smoothly, which I never will, of course, but hopefully like an hour, less than an hour and a half, an hour 20 minutes or so. Basic maths would dictate, yeah, about an hour and 20 is going to be the goal. Because I do recognise that corner. Maybe if I just pull it up. Oh no, it's even worse now. Oh, okay, I could just, yeah, it was definitely had a bit of travel at the far end, so not too sure what that was, but maybe now we fixed it. Not ideal when I literally jump back on this game and immediately the car's trying to pull its own handbrake. Ugh. From time to time, as we are still risking it with the rocks. So I think this will be the full kind of length of Acropolis. You know, this is a hardcore rally. I think it is IRL next weekend, I want to say. I could be completely wrong. Like, not the weekend coming up, the weekend after, I think. But yeah, obviously, the real-life WRC season's been absolutely wild as well. I mean, Seb Ogier now has announced he's come back full-time for the end of the year. Not saying he's guaranteed by any stretch, but he might genuinely, on a part-time schedule, be able to win the championship. And it's a bit of a shame that kind of WRC recently kind of feels like it's lost its footing again, which is quite sad, but kind of understandable as well at the end of the day. I think various racing series are starting to realise hybrid technology cannot be thrown at everything. Hybrid technology is not a solve-all problem. Which I think, you know, it's happened in this. I think it's happening in touring cars, for example, here in the UK. It kind of people are suddenly going, actually, yeah, just because you've got hybrids doesn't mean it's better, or, you know, kind of actually limits a lot of smaller series because it costs too much. You know, and I get, obviously, the WRC, you've only really got the 3 factory teams and then technically a couple of privateers, but, you know, things like WRC2 and things like that are kind of where a lot more of the popularity's been and a lot more interest from the manufacturers. I mean, Lancia are back. Admittedly, it is with the Upsilon, which is still one of the ugliest cars in the world and an abomination to slap a Lancia logo on it, or Lancia logo, I should say. But, you know, they're kind of back-ish, sort of. And the rally version with the Martini paint did look quite cool when the pictures got announced a couple of months back as well. So, yeah, that was pretty cool as well. That was close. Come on, nice and easy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously, I think WRC are. I can't remember if it's next year or the year after, but I think they're going to be abandoning the hybrids. So I'm hoping Obviously, at the end of this year, we kind of get like a 2024 season update for this game. Obviously gives us, you know... But the thing I'm worried about is career mode. Like, that's the one part of the game I don't really want to go back to at the moment still. I want to play this game more, but I've got no desire to play career mode. And I think that's because it feels so old. You know, it's basically a year and a half old now in terms of, like, the season you're competing in. Like, would I still want to be playing F1 2023 seasons now? I guess obviously it's a bit different because no drivers have swapped or anything. But, yeah, with WRC it kind of feels really, really peculiar. And I kind of don't know how they're going to be able to implement that. Because, of course, the last time they tried to implement a career mode change was, obviously in this game, completely broke everybody's save. Or you could have waited like 2 months for it to work again. Which, of course, nobody wants to do, so... Yeah, I'm not sure how they go about implementing that successfully, if they were to change it. Or whether, you know, if this is just a longer-term title, you're permanently stuck with the 2023 campaign for career mode. Then again, how many people are doing career mode is what I also wonder. You know, it's repetitive, it's not that interesting as well in terms of, you know, you don't get a lot of change-up and things like that. So... You know, are we going to see many people even playing career mode anymore? I mean, EA coders will have the numbers, but is it just going to be about, you know, give people the content, they can use it online and that kind of thing? Or are we going to get some of the new Rally 2 cars and all that good stuff as well? But how do you kind of make that interesting at the end of the day? Because, I mean, I'm definitely recognising all of this now in this stage. Really forgot about that gully there. But, yeah, we're more than halfway through this one, so, I mean, we've had a few decent knocks, but, of course, yeah, Acropolis is also not particularly high speed, so... Whoa, apart from that, apparently. No! No! What's it done? I'm stuck on my side! Literally, as soon as I'm saying about decent knocks, and I go and give myself high water temps. Damn it, man. Oh, my karma and timing on this game is still dreadful, it would appear. That'll never change. Let's say I do feel like I know the rest of the stage pretty well. And say, even doing this in a junior rally car at the moment feels scary. I feel like if I go back in a proper rally car, you know, the Rally 1 cars or something like that, I'm going to be in for a bit of a shock, because they are fast. Although, to be fair, I never did fully get used to the speed. The WRC2 cars I felt like were my sweet spot. In terms of other things that I want to do on this game, 212 Rally, I'm not really sure I'll bring it back, to be honest. It was good fun. I wish, to be honest, you know, hindsight again is a beautiful thing. I wish I put a little bit more emphasis on it when I was kind of doing it, you know, trying to get a few more people in, you know, tweeting or putting out results on the community tab on this page and things like that. I wish I did do more with it, but ultimately, you know, I think now the hype for the game is probably low, that I can't see many people wanting to get involved. You know, especially with kind of the way the numbers dwindle between, like, Season 1 and 2. Kind of made things a bit more difficult to remain motivated with it, you know, when suddenly you're not really competing against many people. Or, obviously, you can do, you know, like, basically, you know, the clubs that people do are the official EA ones at this point. You know, that kind of thing. Or a couple of bigger leagues as well. I might do a couple of other community clubs, that kind of thing. There's a racing league I used to do on Forza called, I think it's ORL? Oh no, OMA, sorry. I see they do a rally league still. I might dive into that at some point. Oh no, that's not good. Perhaps I shouldn't dive into that. Nice barrel roll, thank you. Style points and all that. Yeah, kind of see how I could get on in that as well, because of course at the moment I'm just comparing myself up against, you know, the rest of the world, and although that's obviously good, you know, you get a better idea. It doesn't really kind of give you a good idea of where you're kind of at as well, but, you know, we're meant to see esports, I think, as well, coming back to this game as well, which would be super cool. Not that, you know, I'd be good enough to compete or anything, but, you know, just give it a little bit more kind of longer term interest as well. I'd be excited to see what format they do for that. Ultimately, I actually think the way that the old WRC esports work quite well, not the DiRT ones. The old WRC ones worked really well. If you had like a week like a 2 or 3 stage rally, and you basically got 5 runs at it. But obviously once you locked in a run, I think you could have your time wiped, and you could have another go, obviously up to a maximum of 5. That works quite well, because it was kind of like you could risk it and lose your time, or obviously just try and play it safe and someone might go quicker than you. That worked out really well, but of course on those games they had an issue where I think that the clock ran faster inside PlayStation and Xbox. So if you're on PC, effectively all your times were like 5% slower or something stupid like that, which I will never quite get how you can get in a game, but there we are. But yeah, we're almost at the end of stage 1 though. We're getting there. We're doing alright. Only got a few more splits. Still hoping we'll be around the 20-minute mark. And I feel like, again, I'm getting back used to this game a little bit more. But still, I've got that voice in the back of my head telling me to get my hand off the shifter. I can still do that. All habits die hard, it would appear. 3 splits to go. Yeah, we're still going to be close to that target, I reckon. Especially when the last bit of this rally can, or the last, part of this stage can be quite quick. It's quite funny immediately, you know, how much kind of these stages are burnt into your brain. At the end of the day, there's definitely, you know, sections of rally, and especially Greece wasn't one of my favourites. But when I dived into that Habu Dam stage in the VR video, pretty much immediately knew where I was, what I was doing, everything like that. Gotta be careful not to lean too much on the engine brake. There you go. Yeah, you can see less than 3 splits, so we need sub-minute splits now. That's going to be a tall order. I think we're going to miss out on our 20-minute target. But with those couple of mistakes as well, you know, not the end of the world. Just try and make sure I get to the end. Again, it's quite nice doing it in a front-wheel drive. I've got that, what feels like a little bit more control, a little bit more stability. But, you know, understeer as well. Can absolutely cause havoc. Ugh, come on.
6 left short, 30, 1 right, and square left short, and 1 right, half long. Open.
Easy does it, easy does it. I forget as well, you know, this game does look good. The cars sound good as well. That kind of thing. You know, it is a fun experience to come back to. You know, I don't feel like I've jumped on and immediately have gone, oh yeah, I forgot how much I hate that or this or anything. Apart from maybe my own lack of talent, which has shown through a couple of times. Just building up a little bit more confidence though, towards the end of this first one. Ah, come on. Avoid the wall. Thank you. Say happy that we did seem to get that handbrake problem fixed though, which I guess is good. Just annoyed, yeah, that we've still got high water temp, but of course that won't go back down in the middle of the rally. I mean, like I said, I wonder how many people have actually survived this one. Because although, yeah, you are in the slower cars, it is still brutal. You know, it's a good challenge. It's a bit of an assault of the mind. Because it is relentless. You know, the corners do come thick and fast. The rocks are brutal. There is not much room to make mistakes. But we are almost into the final split stage 1. Which I guess is good. I know a lot of people kind of split these up as well. Even if it's like a rally like this. People will split it up into like 2 halves and things. Obviously depending on where the service points are. And, you know, unless it was like a 6-hour rally or something like that. I generally feel like 3 hours is kind of like my sensible limit on these games. So I do obviously some of the F1 races on iRacing or even on the F1 game and things like that. And kind of like the worst ones I do on the F1 game are like the sprint weekends. In fact, I think we've got one of those coming up pretty soon. That's full-on sprint weekend, which is not going to be fun. I think it's from Shanghai as well in the Williams RTG, so yeah, really not looking forward to that. No, 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 no. One error. Damn it, man. Oh, no. Actually, can I carry on going? I might be able to keep going, mightn't I? Car suffered terminal damage and cannot complete the stage. You can either restart the stage if available or retire from the event. We're going to try and head to the next stage. I don't know whether there's any services in this rally. We might be out of it. I think we're probably out of it. To be fair, the time it gave me I don't think was much slower than I would have done, rather alarmingly. I don't think it gives you much time for errors. Right, what stage are we on? Event details. We are straight into stage 4 then, so 1, 2, and 3 have been simulated. We've got 2 shorter ones, obviously, with the long one in the middle. No services now between now and the end, but the car is still going with a huge amount of damage, which is not good. So we'll try and get as much sorted as we can. I'm gonna take some penalties, aren't I? Damn it, man. Can I do anything else? Maybe. I think we'll need to go with the rad, so we'll take a penalty there, I think, and we'll go like that. So actually, how much over were we if I just did the normal? We might just get away without a penalty if I do that. So we'll try that, and maybe we'll get away with it. Yes, we do actually quite comfortably. So I could have probably done something else there, but the game won't let you, which is a bit frustrating. Another set of hards going on. We'll take a spare with us. It doesn't make much difference. And I guess we're heading straight to stage 4. Not quite what I had in mind, but the car is clean, which I guess is good. Clean, bit of health.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nice, and away we go then. And let's see what we can do. Oh, why is it so... Oh, yeah, it's not clean bill of health, is it? It's wrecked. It's absolutely wrecked. It's got no poke at all. I mean, this is not good, is it? Maybe I shouldn't become a rally driver still. Oh yeah, this is not good. I can't help but feel this might struggle up some of the bigger stages. I mean, it's still... I mean, you can't even do 80 clicks. I think we might be in trouble, chat. My return to EA WRC has not gone well, viewers. Oh, and the water temps are already back up again. Oh no. Oh no, it was handbrake, sorry, ignore me. Ugh. So clearly my handbrake is still playing up a little bit, it would appear, at 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get very far. Damn it, man. Oh no, my return to WRC. It's been an absolute failure. I need to definitely have a look at my handbrake though, work out what's going on with that. I mean, typical Fanatec, isn't it? That'll break the week after they've completely gone under, so I can't buy another one. Maybe Moser will hook us up with some sponsorship. I guess we just go all out, don't we, until something happens. Let's just try and push on a bit, but yeah, like I said, I think we've got a H3 Classic event as well. I think that's on Rally Sardinia, which of course was one of my better ones inside this game when we used to play, apart from one bit where I didn't really know where I was going. So maybe we'll have to do that as well, but again, I gotta get used to the proper damage model. Maybe I restart career mode with the full-scale damage model to try and force myself into being cleaner, because of course, obviously, I used to use like the standard damage model for that, and of course then I go online and then really struggle, so perhaps that's what I need to do. Oh no, no, we got away with that. I mean, the split times aren't actually that bad so far, so maybe we're not much slower, but it definitely feels it. You got no pull off the corners and that kind of thing as well, which is very not good. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, I think that was probably, no, I'm not going to say necessarily for the best, but kind of a necessary evil, I think. I completely forgot as well you can build cars in this game. Maybe I need to do that, build cars as well, if I were to do career mode again. I mean, where do we rank overall? Come the end of that rally, we were... It doesn't want to tell me. Why doesn't it want to tell me? Event overview. We'll click on that. See, I do still remember some of how this game works. We are 691st in the world. But according to that, I've still got two. Oh, yeah, it won't do the last 2 stages, will it? That's been a real shame, I'll be honest. But I've had fun going back on this game. And once again, if it's not a Matt212 video without a big fail, then I don't know what is. Thank you all so much for watching. Where are they heading to next? Bye-bye Rally Chile, Europe, Japan, I believe, Scandia as the final rally of the year. So I think we'll give those a go as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back very soon with more EA WRC content.